Hey y'all, you're at my Stampin' Carol page. Today is my Wednesday live video, and I am just getting things set up so I can show you a Christmas card that I had made and show you how I made it. So, yeah, I was working on this card yesterday, and I'm a little ho-hum about it to a degree. But I think it turned out nice. I used some parts that some products I haven't used for a while, which as much as I have, that's easy to do because I'll look through a drawer and go, oh my gosh, I don't remember having that. Hi, Carol. So anyway, I used, last weekend I was at Cass's Paper Crafters for our monthly meeting, and I stamped some backgrounds. I used our flannel background. I'll show it to you here in a minute, Flannel Life. So I will get this switched over to my table and we'll get started. Hopefully I won't wiggle. Okay, now we'll see. I keep adjusting this, trying to get it to where I want it. Okay, this is the card I made yesterday playing. And I haven't decided whether I wanted the deer in the middle and pine cones on each side. It's just was a hard choice, but I thought, I have something side by side. It's kind of balanced to my eye. So I thought, well, we'll try that. So what I used, this is the Flannel Life background. It's SS0325. This is really versatile in that you can do it in any of our 50 plus colors to suit whatever color you want, because all our inks coordinate with our papers. Here is the ones I stamped last week. You can see I cut 2 deers out of each one. And this deer, unfortunately, he is retired, but I kept him because I just love this little dashing deer die set. He has stayed in my stash. I usually sell a lot of my retired stuff, but I keep my favorites, and this is one of my favorites. There's a little wreath and a little blanket and the deer. I just love the elegance of the deer, and there he is. This is in forest, fresh forest. This deer was in candy apple. So I think he's really elegant to my way of thinking. He's got nice lines. I guess after being a horse owner for many years, that's something my eye just flows to. I had a nice Arabian gelding. He was he was a handful. He's gorgeous, gorgeous. So I will get started. So I started with a piece of fresh forest. This is a piece of buttercream. And I need to do something to the buttercream, and I'm going to move stuff out of the way so I don't make a mess. I have our gold silk. I'm going to shake it up. This stuff settles quickly, but you got to be real careful. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper right there. So I'm trying to decide, did I get my phone too close to my work place or not? I can actually see it sitting here, so I don't know. So a little bit of this. You can see it's really easy. At least it is for me to splatter it. I know some gals have trouble, and it just it just gets fun watching them sometimes. Okay, so there that is. I am going to grab my Easy Glide runner. That's almost dry, not quite. Blow on it a little bit. Hopefully, that's it. And I'm going to, can you see what I'm doing? Just adding little bits. You don't use a lot. I'm getting to where I really like our runner, though I do have to admit I have a big framing gun that I bought, adhesive gun. I've had it for 15 years. A lot of people have these. This is the ATG 714. 1/4 inch tape only. If you have one of these, and this is big, it almost scares people. I get my tapes from the Tape Jungle. Ensign there is just really good, and I can get quite a bit for a very reasonable price, but I usually don't let too many people use that because it is a bit difficult to use if you're not used to something that big. So this is our corrugated stock. It is pretty cool. I don't know. It is ST-0124. You get quite a bit in there. Oh, I got a lot of little pieces in here from my die cuts. Okay. So it's really cool, and it gives you a very vintage look to me. And I know I'm going to set this right about here. So then, yesterday I die cut a pine cone. This is from the Branch and Cone die set DI-0470. I die cut it out of oatmeal cookie, layered it on hazelnut blend, and then cut it out with an edge because there is no die to make the solid out background. I also did 2 different branches in Fresh Forest, and I need to just decide where am I going to put it. So if I put this right about here, this is going to probably go right about there if I'm doing the same thing. Maybe one under, but this is the hard part because these are so long. It's really interesting getting them on here and not hanging over too far. So maybe about like that. Well, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know. It's hard for me to decide. Or should I go maybe like this? Let's see. Well, that looks pretty cool. Okay, so I need to know where I'm layering that. So right here, I'm just going to put that down. And then, get this one, because I know about where my paper's going to be. So I'll put him right about there. And then again, I need some more to put this one, say right about there. So they're all on there. Now this piece here, I want to pop up. So, and I did not put my, there they are. There's my foam squares. I use the medium a lot. I'm about ready to have to get another batch of squares. So I'm just going to put 6 on here because I want it to pop nicely. I see my picture's doing really good watching this on my tablet. I think I got the camera at just about the right distance. Maybe a 1/2 inch higher would have helped, but it is so hard to determine where to put this stuff, and the cable to adjust this is not real easy to work with. You would think it would be because it wobbles so badly, but it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to put this right about here. Now I always start with the card front before I put it on a base. Okay, so then I have this little piece here. I put it in the last one. I didn't get it in this one. And I might be able to, these are some little, maybe I can pull that up just a fraction here. No, it's not working. Okay, I just won't put that in there. Totally space that out. Then I got my deer. So right about there. But I also die cut the word joy out of Fresh Forest using our snapshot frames. This has been one of my go-to dies because you have the word love, fall, boo, joy. You have holly leaves and berries. You have the frame. I have a bat, a leaf, and a heart. So it's very versatile for just about any season. So I use this a lot. You can even ask some of my students. They go, we just use it, so I'll take that out. So the deer, I put him down flat on here, but I am going to pop his head up with the foam square and get that little piece out of there. But I'm going to go with a find where my little ones are. With a mini, a small, put that right there. I've also realized when I made my other one, I had to add glue down here. And I went with, get that shook up, I just went with a glue pen because those spots are so small that they're kind of hard to get glue in there. Okay, so right about there. Get his head down, get the legs down. I wanted to put the legs down because they are so small. I didn't want them to fold up by accident. And I forgot to take the back off the foam square. Do you guys do that? Oh, yeah. Okay, down. Okay, then my joy. And again, on the other one, I did not pop it either. I again used my glue pen to put it on, but I'm going to get a little bit heavier here because I've got a little bit more working room. And I have been, tonight we're going out to dinner. My dad's taking us out because it's my husband's birthday. Usually my dad wants us to go to Texas Roadhouse. He gets a big kick out of us sitting on that silly saddle. There we go. I do not like sitting on the silly saddle. I tell him, you know, if I'm going to sit on a saddle, I want a four-legged horse underneath me. Live horse. Yeah, I know. My dad would probably have said, well, we can find one of those at the supermarket. You know, I remember my grandmother, and when she lived in Vegas, my dad's mom, I would go with her to the store, and they had one of those little mechanical horses out front. She'd always let me ride. And then they got a merry-go-round, which was really cool. Okay, then I'm going to put on our Journey glaze. Now this is just really a simple card. Get that glaze flowing. But I think it's elegant enough. Now, when you get the glaze on there, you're going to want to let it set aside for a half hour just to make sure it dries, because this stuff can be really nasty if you get your hands in it or get something on it while it's wet. So I usually set it way aside, out of the way, because I make enough mess. I don't need any help. I can do it well. And then just about, I think those little berries would have probably helped. Kind of adds a little sparkle of color. There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to tap that down. So there is my card. Now, I don't know if there's anything else I can put on them. Again, I think the berries would have been really nice, and I might be able to get them in after this all dries just to add more color. But I think it works out. So yeah, Carol, I had a horse for 22 years. I bought him as a 4-month-old foal, got possession. Or no, I bought him when he was just a few days old, got possession as he was 4 months when his mother died from a real freak injury. And then I broke him, and I started riding when he was 7, because an Arabian has a tendency to be real slow maturing. And he was just itty-bitty till he hit 7. All of a sudden, he just grew big. And so, but I had him mostly trained by then. And I had him for 22 years. I rode him until he was 20. And then at 22, we had to put him down. He crippled on me pretty bad from stuff going on in his life. So anyway, there's my card. Now, are you getting a start on your cards? Because, yeah, I ran out last year. So hopefully, and it was funny because I thought I had enough. I'd made probably 30 cards last year, and I'm going, how did I get rid of so many? So I usually, when we go to our family Christmas party, I give one to every one of my cousins, even though, yeah, I give them to my cousins and family, and I send them to kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, friends. my customers, other friends. Yeah, I send out a lot of cards. So anyway, that was my card today. I will be getting this over on YouTube here in about an hour or so. I hope if you don't follow my page, I hope you follow it. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Carol Norby. And I'm also on Instagram and Pinterest. So I'm just all over the place. But anyway, thank you for coming by. It's a gorgeous day out. I'm tempted just to go outside and have my 4th cup of coffee. Yeah, like I need more help to get wired. So y'all have a great day, and we'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye.